So I was very imaginative when I was younger, and one way you can tell is by some of the things that I believed when I was a kid. I definitely believed in some of the more common and typical things. For example, like if you swallowed like the watermelon seed, like a watermelon would grow in your stomach. I feel like that's a really common one, at least I heard about that one a lot. I don't think I believed in that one for like that long. I feel like that was only like a year of my life, maybe even a few months. Like I feel like that wasn't a prominent belief that I had, but it was definitely at some point I believed that. I also believed in the classic, you know, your toys have feelings and they moved when you weren't in the room, kind of like in Toy Story. And I fully believed this, but there was a part of me that wanted to see proof of this. So I just kind of like remember wanting to try to catch my toys in the act of moving when I wasn't in the room.
I'll catch you one day.
Which, of course, never actually worked. Apparently when I was super young, I actually don't really remember this, but I thought I was a mermaid. So I would actually, like, when I went swimming, I would go underneath the water for a really alarming amount of time and, like, come up out of the water and be like, because, like, I was completely out of breath, which obviously was very dangerous, and it, like, freaked my parents out a lot because, like, I, you know, could drown, basically. I eventually realized that I was not in fact a mermaid, but what I did start to believe was I believed that if I could learn to hold my breath long enough, that I would eventually turn into a mermaid. Which didn't happen. Still a little bitter about it, to be honest. I feel like a lot of the things I believed were kind of around like supernatural abilities, I guess. Just like supernatural things. For example, I believed that I possibly had supernatural abilities that I just hadn't unlocked, I guess is the right word for that. Like, I thought that I either was not concentrating enough to get them to work, or it was something that developed when you were older. Either way, I would like sit there trying to concentrate on something to try to get a supernatural ability to work. For example, like levitating something. I would actually like stare at an object and try to get it to levitate. Kind of going along those lines, I actually thought that I could communicate with animals through my mind and that they understood me. I don't really know how this one came about, because I'm pretty sure I would like obviously like be saying things to animals in my head and they probably like did not react at all. Like, I don't know how I believed this, but I did, and I thought they actually understood me. I don't know. One thing that I believed for like quite a while actually is that because I have green eyes, I could make the stoplights stay green. If my mom was like rushing to get somewhere, like we were running late for something, and I could tell she was like stressed or something, I would stare at the traffic light that is coming up ahead, and I would just stare at it so intently, and I would just like focus on it, and just like I think I chanted in my head like stay green, stay green, stay green in my head. I was trying to get it to work, and so if it worked, I thought like, yay, I did it, I got it to stay green. And if it didn't work and it turned red, I just thought, well, I didn't try hard enough. Better luck next time. You guys, I seriously believed this, like genuinely believed this for years. I also believed that there was someone reading my mind at all times. I just believed wherever I went, there was someone around me that was a mind reader. So I guess just for like a huge portion of my life, I just believed that people were hearing my thoughts constantly. And there would actually be moments where I would be sitting in class and I would just be looking around at all the other students working. And I would just start saying like really silly things inside my head to try to get someone to look up, because I thought that if they looked up or like looked at me, then I was like, it's you, you're the mind reader.
The rooster has left the building. I know you can hear me. I'm hiding a monkey in my backpack. Oh, man.
You know what, maybe a part of me still believes this. Like, how do we actually know that there aren't mind readers? Like, why would they tell us they were mind readers and like constantly reading our minds? You know what, maybe we just don't know. Maybe there really are mind readers. And little childhood Brooke was right about it the entire time. You never know. This is probably one of the silliest things that I believed, but after I'd eaten dinner and everything and I was like so full from dinner, like I was like, for some reason I was always still hungry for dessert. Like actually thinking of eating any more dinner was like sickening, but like somehow I thought of dessert and I was like, yes, I want all the dessert. Which I was like, well, that doesn't make any sense because I am full. Maybe I actually have a separate stomach for dessert. I actually believed this. I actually thought that I had an extra stomach in here, like a little tiny stomach on the side of my actual stomach that was specifically for dessert. It made sense to me because like, I mean, how could you be hungry for dessert if your actual stomach's full? The only possible explanation for this is that I had a separate stomach. So this is the last one that I'm gonna be talking about, but this one is always kind of really hilarious. So jaywalking. When I was young, I thought that jaywalking was when you cross the street looking like a jay. And what I mean by that is I thought people who were jaywalking crossed the street with like your leg up behind with your leg up behind you like this. So basically like you had your leg, oh my god, hold on. Basically had your leg up behind you like this, right? In the J formation, and you hopped across the street like this. I thought that was jaywalking. I didn't really want to go out and demonstrate this one because didn't really want my neighbors to think I was crazy. But I made a Vine of this like years ago, back when I actually used Vine. And if I can find that Vine, I will put it up right here.
Hey, don't jaywalk!
But I'm a jay.
So yeah, I thought that was jaywalking. And here's the thing, it's not like I actually told anyone what I thought jaywalking was. I just believed that was it. And I never saw anyone doing this, obviously. But I just figured it was because you're not supposed to jaywalk. So I never saw anyone jaywalking because you're not supposed to do it. So yeah, those are some of the silly things that I believed when I was a kid. I feel like it's always super fun to kind of hear about what other people believed when they were a kid. So let me know what you guys believed as a kid. Like, did you guys believe in some similar things that I believed in? Or did you believe in something completely different? Like, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to give it a like, and if you want to see some more content like this, be sure to press that subscribe button down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!